Hey guys, I was asked a while back to do a comparison video on the three versions of the One Ring that I have previously shown on the channel, that being the WETA Lord of the Rings version, the WETA Hobbit, which is no longer in production, and the ring made by Hydron Design on Etsy, which is a replica of this version, the ring used in the Lord of the Rings, but with no inscription and no copyright info, nothing. So, let's start with a few basic differences. I think this one is a little bit of a darker gold than the other two. I don't know if the colors may be worn off a little bit over time from the gold, but it still looks very nice. It's still a very nice gold color. You can see this is the Lord of the Rings version, so it has the inscription, and of course the bane of my existence, the copyright info on the inside of the ring. It's still a very nice ring. I very much enjoy it. Again, this one is a size 12, not a size 11 like these two are. Mainly because when I was buying this, they were currently out of size 11 rings, but I'll have to pick one up at some point. Of course, we have the Hobbit version. Again, hate that copyright logo on the inside, but again, I get why they have to do that. But when you turn it around, you can't really see it, and it's still a very, very nice looking ring. Got a lot of heft to it. I really like just the soft, just look at this thing. It's beautiful. I really love the look of this ring. Again, no inscription, nothing on it, because this is made to appear as it does in the Hobbit movies, and how the ring appears when not put into fire, where the inscription comes out. Then we've got the ring made by Hydron Design. Again, very, very beautiful ring. Unlike these two, and I really wish there was an option out there for something like this. This ring is made from stainless steel that is plated in 18 karat gold. And again, I've said it before, if there was an option for this version of the ring without the inscription, no copyright, no text, no nothing, just the ring as it appears in the films, if there was a version of this that was made from tungsten carbide like these two rings are, so that it doesn't scratch easily, I would 100% buy it. No questions asked. But again, it's held up very nice since the last time I showed it. It's got, some very minor scuffs and abrasions, but if you look at the ring in the films, it was made from sterling silver that was plated in gold. So it had some light abrasions there too, even though the ring is technically supposed to be flawless with no scratches or anything. But still, it's very nice. If I kind of focus the camera there, you can see a couple little scuffs and scrapes, but nothing major, and it's still a very, very nice ring. This was crafted to the sizes and dimensions of the ring used in the film, and you can see when I put these two side by side, even though the WETA one is slightly larger, you can see they are much more close to each other in terms of size and dimension than the Hobbit version. Because again, the Hobbit version was based off of the one used in the Hobbit movies rather than the one used for Lord of the Rings. And again, the Hydron Design is a very nice ring. It will run you around the same as a WETA ring, all things considered, depending on where you're purchasing the WETA ring. Around $100, if depending on the options you choose. I would go for something like sterling silver or stainless steel, with a gold plating like I have, because that is, in my opinion, probably the most cost-effective option to get you this really nice gold color. It hasn't faded yet, but then again, I haven't really been wearing it all that much. I do, keep it in my pocket from time to time and just kind of fiddle around with it. Something to fidget with when I'm stressed or I'm thinking. Just kind of flip it around in my fingers. So, in terms of like sizing, they're all very similar. Again, the WETA one right here is a size 12, while the other two are size 11. But it's kind of hard to tell here on camera. You can just see, just from the light shining on, that the gold on the Hydron Design is still very bright, very shiny. But so is the gold on the Hobbit ring, though not quite as bright. And again, that is because it is tungsten, whereas this is stainless steel that is plated in 18 karat gold. It's kind of hard to say which of these rings I prefer, because I do really like them all. I'd say in terms of like weight and heft and overall appearance, I still say the WETA Hobbit version is my favorite version of these rings, just because of the feel of it. Like, you have this in your hands and it just feels nice. Like, it feels like the ring of power. Like, this is what I want. Like, if the only thing I wish, again, is that it didn't have the copyright information on it. Like, I'm sure there were other ways to do that, but again, I can't change that. So, again, they're all very, very nice rings. The WETA Lord of the Rings One Ring is still in production. You can get that for anywhere from $70 to $100, depending on where you buy it from. The Hobbit version, however, you will have to do some hunting for. This ring is no longer in production. It was discontinued. People asked me in the comments of a couple of my videos why the ring was discontinued. And my guess is that it was discontinued because it wasn't selling as well as the version with the inscription, you know. As much as, like, hardcore fans of Lord of the Rings, like us, might enjoy having a version of the ring without the inscription, for display, or, just to have in our collection. In all honesty, it is just a plain gold wedding band. It's just a plain ring. There's nothing really all that special about it. Whereas this, you can definitely tell this is the One Ring. It has the inscription. That's why people would buy this one more. It's more recognizable. You take one look at it, you immediately know, yeah, that's from Lord of the Rings. Whereas these two right here, you could just as easily tell someone, oh yeah, this is my wedding ring, I'm married. And no one would blink twice. But again, hardcore fans, we like having options. We like seeing different versions of different props, so I think again, the thing I really like about the Hydron Design ring is, again, it's just as it appears in the film. No markings, no inscription, no copyright text, nothing. It's just as plain as can be. And again, if the only real downside is that this will scratch a lot easier than these two. So I really, really wish there was a version of this that was, available in tungsten, because then I would definitely just keep these two purely for display only. And if I wanted one to carry around my neck on a chain or in my pocket, I would carry around the tungsten version. But again, for what this is, it's very, very nice. In certain angles at the camera, you can definitely tell it looks exactly like the ring used in the films. So, I hope that was a nice comparison of the sizes, at least. Again, this one, anywhere from $60 to $100, I'd say. This one, it's probably going to run you a bit more if you can find one, especially in a size 11, the size used for the films. I got this one a while back, and I actually only paid $100 for it. The seller told me he didn't need it in his collection anymore. He worked at a WETA workshop in New Zealand, and he had a version. I asked if anyone was selling one. He said he had one he didn't need anymore, so I bought it off him years ago. So yeah, I'm lucky. I'm one of the lucky guys to have one of these. And this again, depending on the option, is gonna run you, most likely, if you get the option I got, it'll run you probably around $90 once shipping is taken into consideration. Almost $100, but again, if it's just for a display piece or whatever, it's very well worth the price, because look at that. It looks just like the ring when it's not in the fire. And I'm honestly kind of surprised there is such an outcry from, a small portion of fans, but, a portion of fans regardless, that want to see like an official version of the ring released again without any of the inscription. And again, if they do release one, hopefully, again, without the copyright on the inside of the ring, because it just kind of ruins the vibe. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that comparison. I hope I answered some of the questions you had. We'll see you guys next time.